Hey, what's good, guys? It's your boy 13 from 13.com. I'm on a mission to educate musicians all across the globe on creating professional audio that they've always dreamed of. I do this through online coaching and tutorials, and I'm a professional producer, rapper, and singer. Now, guys, this week's podcast is a little bit different. I want to talk a little bit about what you lot have seen recently. Some of you have seen it, some of you haven't. R. Kelly's documentary. Now, I won't sit here and lie and say that I've seen it because I haven't, which some will argue, do I have a right to speak on it? Maybe not, but I'm going to anyway, because that's what the internet is, and this is what we're able to do. We're able to voice an opinion, even though, you know, I haven't seen it. What I will say, I haven't seen it. Why haven't I seen it? Because I'm just not a fan of, that mob mentality of everyone jumping on something and saying, you know what, it's this, it's that. I don't want to see it because I like to protect my mind as to what I put in it, and I feel like it's just another negative documentary dragging someone down. Whether it's true or not, it's still negative. It's still dragging someone down, and there's certain ways of doing things in society today. I'm probably not going to watch it, but what I will speak on is what I have seen in the past, and that is R. Kelly in his sex tape. I think it came out 2002, and he's peeing on a little girl. Well, I think she's about 14, 15. I have to start with saying that I'm a huge fan of R. Kelly. Your Body's Calling, you got that vibe, Ignition. Like, there's so many hits. I Believe I Could Fly. Huge records that I love R. Kelly for. But damn, you know, it's hard to justify some of the things that he's done in the past. Now, you know, he's peed on, you know, young girls in videos, sex tapes, and, you know, we all know that he married Aaliyah when she was 15. And those things are blatant. Those things are undisputable, okay? We definitely know he done those things. Whether he's, you know, he's gone outside with McDonald's around high schools, you know, trying to lure young girls into his car, you know, I don't know how much of that is fact, because apparently in a documentary, you know, it's someone voicing what they believe to be their truth, but that could easily be their opinion or something that they've heard. I don't know. As I said, I haven't seen it. You tell me what you think in the comments below. But what I do want to talk about is, I think there comes a time where one has to separate art from the human, from the person. Art is to be, I mean, if we look at painters, famous painters in the past, like Picasso, Van Gogh, they wasn't perfect people. They wasn't what we call like pedophiles or whatever, or like dealing with little kids, but I'm sure they had their own demons and their own shit that they went through, because sometimes there's a thin line between genius and insanity, or genius and madness, and you have to be a little bit on a cuckoo side to produce genius work sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes. And I believe R. Kelly is a little bit of that, and I'm not justifying anything that he's done in the past, whether it be peeing on little girls or marrying Aaliyah when she was 15, but I'm saying there comes a time when I just believe you have to separate the art for what it is, and he made quality music. If we're gonna sit here and judge everybody by what they do in their personal life, you know, and what their art and what they do in their art, I think there will be no greats left in the world, and I do believe that we won't be allowed to play anyone's music. Like Michael Jackson, prime example. Do I believe he was a kiddie fiddler? No. I'm a huge fan of Michael Jackson. I love Michael Jackson. He's played all the time in my house. My kids love him. You know, my wife loves him. But I don't believe he was a kiddie fiddler. I believe that, you know, people tried to portray him as that, but I don't believe he was. What I do believe is that he was a bit cuckoo. He was a bit crazy. He was a bit on a nutty side. But like I said, most geniuses are. It's just a tough one. Let me know what you think about the R. Kelly. Do you think he should be? Do you think his music should be removed from Spotify like they're talking about? Do you think people should stop playing his music because of his private life? And if he has done all of these things, how come he hasn't been prosecuted for it yet? That's a question as well. You know, a lot of people are saying he's definitely this, he's definitely that. But how come he hasn't been prosecuted? I don't know. Like I said, I haven't watched the documentary. Am I going to watch the documentary? Probably not. Call it ignorance, call it lack of knowledge, call it what you may be, but I just don't feel like I'm ready, or I really want to see it in this point in time. Maybe I'll watch it in the future, I don't know. If you have seen it, let me know in the comments what you think, what your comments are, whether he is doing what they're saying he is doing, or do you think he's wrongly prosecuted because he hasn't been convicted of the crime yet? I don't know. You let me know what you think in the comments, guys. Let me know. Drop a comment, subscribe. I want to know what your thoughts are. See you in the next video.